What's one thing your partner doesn't know? When we worked together, someone kept stealing food from my husband's lunchbox. He started deliberately packing more food. He assumed the person was stealing food because they were hungry and couldn't afford it. I found out who did it. She hated him and was doing it to try to piss him off. I told her if she did it again I would make a big stink of it, but never told him because I didn't want to shatter his illusion that he was doing a nice thing for someone who really needed it. Update. I think I need to fess up tonight and let him know so many people who aren't me think he's a treasure. I may not fit in the house with how big his head is going to get after that though. That I know their Reddit account. I rub her back when she's asleep because she makes happy noises and I like to think it makes her have better dreams. I do also do this to the dog though. I pretend to be asleep when he wakes up because I love how sweetly he wakes me up, smiley face. That I don't need to read aloud. My girlfriend struggles with insomnia but for some reason when I talk to her late at night she passes out almost immediately. So whenever I read a book I read out loud softly under the guise that it helps me focus. It works every time, smiley face. Edit. Holy shit, thanks for all the awards. I was definitely not expecting this to blow up. Update. She found the post after digging for it, she thought it was super sweet. That I knew he was planning to propose to me but I still acted surprised. Married 14 years now, still haven't told him. He is so proud of the idea that he managed to surprise me. How to clean the oatmeal dish. Always leaves visible chunks and then hangs it up like it's clean. She has a PhD in chemistry. My wife thinks I always fall asleep next to her when we cuddle at night. We go to bed at different times but I jump in for a few minutes to snuggle before she zonks out. I don't, I just fake it. But it makes her super happy, so every time I pretend to drift off and she has to wake me and it makes her laugh every time. This has been going on for 9 years. She'll never know. Edit. Wheel this blew up. Thanks for the awards folks. Kung Fu. I don't know it either but I'm certain she doesn't know it. How to turn a light off when she leaves a room. Whenever we get fast food to go, she enjoys eating the extra fries which have fallen out of their carriage and into the bag. I'm not really sure why she enjoys them so much but whenever there aren't any, I drop a few down when grabbing my fries secretly and then give her the bag. It's been 8 years, haha. I always grab my fries last and she's never noticed. Holy cow. After all of these comments, I'm definitely getting a burger and fries tonight. Late edit. Well, we're separating. Made it almost a decade. I'm keeping this post up because the karma, but please stop replying to it. Thanks and take care. I put no salt into his salt shaker he keeps on his table near his video games. He is notorious for oversalting his food and has high blood pressure. I've been doing this for almost 4 years now. He can't tell the difference. When we were dating she tickled my feet and I acted as if I wasn't ticklish. 13 years later she will tickle them and be amazed I am not ticklish, every time it tickles. I have to hide this forever. That when I tell her I don't want her to make cookies cause we are being healthy, that I really want her to make cookies. How to relax. She's always wound up about something and it's hard for her to let herself do nothing. Very early in the relationship after the second date his monitor broke right on Sunday. I knew he was an avid gamer. So I quickly bought a 27 monitor on eBay and told him I had that laying around. While he was on the way to me, I power walked through half the town to get it and quickly changed clothes because it was drizzling. He had low income and no money and I didn't want him to feel like he's in my debt. We're over 2 years together now. I try to give her the better half of life. If there are 2 pieces of pizza left and 1 piece is burnt, I'll take the burnt one. She gets the good piece. If I'm going to shower and there's 1 normal towel left, I will use a hand rag or something to dry off, she gets the towel. If there's that unwanted end of the bread loaf, I'll make myself a sandwich using that sad end piece. I'll then make her sandwich with the good pieces. I do this all the time for the smallest things. She never knows. I try to make her life better in those small ways. How to shut a drawer at less than 126 mph. If he's out of town, I go completely feral for the first 1 or 2 days. Candy for breakfast, falling asleep in the couch, beer with dinner on a weekday, Clothes on the floor, recycling bag overflowing. Then I shape up. When he comes back everything's back to normal. But man does it feel good to be a sloppy pig sometimes. When we watch movies together we always snack. One of our favorites to munch on during the movie are the Sour Punch bites. She takes all the blue ones because I don't like them and they are her favorite, always says how lucky she is that worked out like that. The blue ones are also my favorite, but she can have them. How to mate with knight and bishop. What a fucking noob. Edit. I'm gonna dump my beginner's chess advice here due to many requests. It's not much effort to get over the initial hump. If you're not familiar with basic tactics, do the training modules on Lichess. Link Building Habits series on the Chessbra Extra YouTube channel will teach everything to get you a good handle on the game, ideas for most any position. Taught by a grandmaster, very long and illustrates everything he advises as he climbs the rating ladder. Lichess Puzzle Streak, Storm. They're relatively straightforward and great to cement tactical pattern recognition. Practice them a lot. Do a few hours of mate in one puzzles until they're too easy to be valuable. Play 15 minutes with increment, or longer. Learn to use the Lichess analysis board. Chess subs are active. He doesn't know just how excited I get when he gets home. I just love being around him. The dogs can hear the garage door open better than I can, so I use them as a sort of notification that he's here. But he also doesn't know how to shut the fucking kitchen cabinets. The number of times I've almost brained myself because I stood up and the corner of a door was right above my head is absurd. I still see my former wife dying in hospital every day. Which materials go in the yellow and blue recycling bins? How highly I think of her. She is brilliant and capable but has the most insane and deeply rooted case of imposter syndrome I've ever seen. Edit because I guess I didn't make it clear that I definitely tell her that she is amazing all the time. I promise lol. She suffers from depression, and when she hits a slump she feels like laying in bed and doing nothing, even though 99.9% of the time just getting out of bed and doing something, anything will make a dramatic difference in her day. So usually when she hits a slump I'll manufacture some fake emergency that only she can help me solve, like hey babe I think one of the cats has a scratch on his face but he won't hold still for me to look. Of course, the cat is fine, but I just tricked her into getting out of bed and doing something, and that's always the hardest part. Edit. Didn't expect this to blow up. Reading all the replies and crying happy tears happy crying face. Thanks Reddit strangers. I plan to propose next week smiley face. Differential equations. Our cat has a health insurance policy. Edit. Cat tax. Nothing. She reads my Reddit comments all the time. Don't you? Fucker.